OP or not OP? That is the question. Welcome to another video. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. So, the game's only been out for a couple of days, and conversations have already started about who is OP, who's overpowered, who's underpowered, who needs things changed. Obviously, it's way too soon to make these judgments. The game's been out for a couple of days. Most people aren't even going to know all the movesets of the characters they're up against. However, that's what makes the conversation even more fun, because we know that a lot of these opinions might be completely wrong or might be unfounded and might change in the space of a week once everybody knows matchups better. But with the way things are right now, there seem to be two characters in particular that people aren't too happy with. Number one is our main man JP, which doesn't really surprise me based on the fact that he's like the zoner from hell. It seems like there are ways in, like it's not impossible, but I haven't fought anywhere near enough JPs to even say. Maybe the JPs that I've fought aren't that good. I mean, this guy beat me a bunch of times. This is the one clip where I kind of trounced him a little bit. You know, I can understand the issues that people have. I mean, I'll show another replay of this guy doing it during this match, but there's like this loop that JP can get you in with his projectiles, and some of those things, like one of them instantly appears. I can understand people feeling like, hey, this feels a bit extreme. Again, it's too soon. It's too soon to judge, and people aren't really going to know how to counter these things until the game's been out for longer. So, you know, we have to be fair. The other character, lo and behold, it's a grappler. You know, the characters that tend to get the most complaints throughout most Street Fighter games are either grapplers or zoners. And this time we've got two that people hate. Zangief in Street Fighter 6 seems strong. Again, it's so early. You know, as far as differences between Zangief in Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6, I would honestly say the biggest thing that makes him more formidable is his walk speed. For being heavy as hell and a big old grappler, he does not move anywhere near as slow as he did in Street Fighter 5, where dude was trolling towards you. And as you can see, his drive impact is pretty good on the distance scale. You'd expect him to have this super short range drive impact, but he gets some decent range on it, which, you know, coming from Street Fighter 5, the last thing you expect is for Zangief to suddenly cover, you know, fucking 5 feet right into your face. I know there are a lot of complaints at, you know, bronze level about Zangief, which makes sense. There are going to be a lot of new players who aren't, you know, have no idea how to deal with a grappler to begin with. Even me, who isn't that new, grapplers still give me issues. And then finally, the final character that I'm seeing complaints about, which to be honest, this is the one character that I really agree with the OP complaints, is Marisa. And the reason why I feel that way about Marisa is there are too many things that go in her favor. Her moves are pretty solid. Her combos are all quite simple, despite doing buttloads of damage. You can whip out like a 10-hit combo with a bunch of other characters, and then Marisa will hit you 3 times, and next thing you know, your lead is gone. Marisa does a lot of damage with very little effort. Then add in the great counters she has. Her defensive techniques are pretty solid. And being able to go from defense straight into a horrible command grab is a very powerful technique, which makes her pretty dangerous to rush down. And again, her movement speed isn't all that slow for zoners either, so there's the other factor that you have to weigh in. You know, as much as you can do your best as, you know, I don't know, Guile or DJ or, you know, anyone that has a fireball, Ruin Ken, it's not that easy to keep her back, at least from the few matches I've had. And being like Zangief and being one of the larger characters, she's one of the few characters that also comes with extra health. And I've always found that odd, at least with a grappler. I understand that your most damaging attacks really come from command grabs, so you have to get right in close to do some proper damage. So having more health to kind of tank through the hits you're going to take, I can understand that. I do understand that. But for Marisa, I'm not so sure. You know, she doesn't come with any of the downsides of a grappler, because she's not a grappler. So to give her more health, while she does so much damage as well, it just seems a little bit OP. But again, it's hard to say. I haven't even done my placement matches yet. I did them instantly in the beta, but I've been practicing. I've been trying to get good with DJ, you know? I know that I could just go back to playing Kim, and I know that I can reach gold rank with Kim, like I did during the beta, but I like DJ. I want to diversify. I want to try out a charge character, and this is the way to go. But yeah, that's enough from me. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is OP? Who do you think needs more strength? Who do you think has broken combos? What are your opinions? In the last few days we've had of Street Fighter 6. What are your opinions now, and how do you think they might change in a month's time when the game's been out for longer? If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe.